He helped define an entire era of music. So how does someone like that just vanish from the world overnight? That's the question millions are asking after Jellybean Johnson, the legendary drummer who shaped the Minneapolis Sound and stood shoulder to shoulder with Prince, died unexpectedly at 69. No warning, no clear cause, just a devastating announcement that left fans stunned and searching for answers. Because Jellybean wasn't just a musician. He was the quiet architect behind a movement that transformed funk, rock, and soul forever, a legacy far deeper than most people realized. His family confirmed the news late Friday, saying Jellybean passed suddenly, leaving even those closest to him struggling to comprehend what happened. No medical explanation, no details. Just silence. The kind that makes the world stop for a moment and wonder how someone so full of life could be gone in an instant. What makes it even more heartbreaking is the timing. Jellybean had just celebrated his 69th birthday, smiling, posting, spending time with the people he loved. And then, without warning, everything changed. But the mystery surrounding his death isn't the only thing people are talking about. Long before the tributes, Jellybean Johnson was the heartbeat of one of the most electrifying bands of the 1980s, the time the group Prince helped build from scratch. Jellybean wasn't just a member. He was a founding engine. As the group evolved into Maurice Day and the Time, and later the original Seven Ven, his drumming became the spine of a style that didn't just influence a city, it defined it. The Minneapolis Sound wasn't accidental. It was fearless, raw, experimental, and happening right inside Prince's creative orbit, with Jellybean at the center of it all. But he wasn't just a drummer. A lot of people forget that Jellybean Johnson was also a phenomenal guitarist. Those who knew him never did. Susanna Melvoin, one of the key voices of Prince's musical family, said it best. Oxygen for him was the inhale and exhale of playing his guitar. That wasn't a poetic line. That was the truth. Jellybean shaped the Minneapolis Sound, not only on stage, but behind the curtain, crafting riffs, reshaping arrangements, adding texture to songs that would later become timeless. His fingerprints are everywhere, even on tracks where his name doesn't appear. And then Hollywood came calling. In 1984, Jellybean stepped onto a new kind of stage, the big screen playing a fictionalized version of himself in the iconic film Purple Rain. And even though the movie was packed with unforgettable moments, fans still replay Jellybean's scenes because he brought something natural and grounded. It wasn't acting, it was real. Purple Rain didn't just become a movie. It became a cultural earthquake that changed music, fashion, and the entire idea of what an on-screen musical could be. And Jellybean helped anchor that universe in authenticity. But his career only grew from there. By the early 90s, Jellybean's talent had expanded far beyond any single band. He moved into producing and instantly made history. He co-produced Janet Jackson's 1990 chart-topping hit, Black Cat, a guitar-driven rock anthem that shocked listeners with how boldly it broke from her usual sound. That song didn't just hit No. 1, it proved that Jellybean could shape global pop music just as powerfully as he shaped funk. He also worked with Alexander O'Neal, Cheryl, and countless others who trusted his ear more than anyone's. By then, he had become one of the essential architects of 80s funk pop, a sound that still echoes today. But even after reaching legendary status, he never forgot where he came from. Decades after helping define the Minneapolis Sound, Jellybean dedicated himself to preserving it. With his longtime partner, Marty Bragg, and her daughter, he co-founded the Minneapolis Sound Museum, a space built to honor the artists, music, and culture that changed the world. This wasn't for fame, it was for history. He wanted future generations to know where this movement came from, who built it, and why it mattered. Every artifact, every story, every recording he protected was a piece of the legacy he helped create. And in his final days, Jellybean was still celebrating life. Just days before his passing, Jellybean marked his 69th birthday with his usual warmth and joy. No signs of struggle. No hint of anything wrong. And that's what hit fans the hardest. Within hours, tributes flooded social media, especially across Minneapolis. Musicians he mentored, artists he influenced, and fans who grew up on the Minneapolis Sound shared emotional messages. Members of Prince's extended musical family posted some of the most heartfelt tributes, raw, honest reflections on a man they considered a brother, a teacher, and the soul of an entire era. And as those messages spread, one thing became clear: Jellybean Johnson didn't just play music. He changed it. His legacy isn't defined by how he left, but by what he left behind, a rhythm that will keep echoing for generations. In the end, legends never truly leave us. Their echoes stay alive in the songs we replay, the memories we hold, and the stories we refuse to let fade. Jellybean Johnson was one of those rare artists whose influence stretched far beyond the stage, a quiet force who transformed music without ever needing the spotlight to validate it. His rhythm lives on in every beat of the Minneapolis Sound, in every artist he touched, and in every fan who felt his energy. How will you remember Jellybean Johnson?